Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. It's nice to see you all back here again. Please comment on any of the stories and I'll try to get back to you. You can even text me or social media me and ask me any questions, and I'm happy to broadcast on my little video channel any of the answers, or I can answer you right back in the comment section. Well, today I wanted to talk about just being human, every day, day in and day out activities. And so I want to share a communication between my son and I that is really real, it's really authentic, and I think I had posted something about this in one of my social media comments one of the days. But one night I was just so exhausted at the end of the night. It was about 8 o'clock, I'd made dinner, and I was just way too tired to make dinner. And I know my son gets really tired too, and he had homework and he had school all day, and I had been working all day. And I was just way too tired to do all the dishes. So I asked him to help me, and he started talking back. And the talking back, somehow, at the state I was and the fatigue I was at, totally it felt like drained my energy. And I had nothing, then I even had nothing more to give at all. And he went upstairs and I asked him for help again. And it was just confusing because I was tired and I was like, well, you can't be here and doing nothing while I'm cleaning up, so you should go upstairs. And so then he went upstairs and I'm like, but I really need your help. And I definitely had a tantrum. He came back downstairs and he was arguing with me more. And I just felt this energy in my body. And I really totally had a tantrum. And if any of my family is watching this, they'll laugh because I still have this Jennifer tantrum. And when I was a kid, they would call it the Jennifer tantrum. It was like this energy in my body. I just could not handle it. And so I just had this tantrum, and my poor son, I'm jumping up and down. I just need your help. And you can't quite do it when you're not in that state. But I wanted to explain this because we're all human. We all show up when we're tired or when we're not tired. And, that's why taking care of ourselves is so important and having balance is so important. But at this time in the day, and I'm starting this new career, it's been about 2 months now, and I'm just putting a lot of hours in the day and I'm exhausted. And I think both my son and I really didn't feel like we were hearing each other. He kind of had this story that if I stayed home all day, that I wasn't really working or that I shouldn't be so tired, and that he went out all day, he should be tired, so he shouldn't have to do this stuff. And so whatever it was, whatever we were thinking, it was totally mixed messages. And I was just drained, and I thought, I can't make breakfast tomorrow. I need to really take care of myself tomorrow. And there was, I have to say, there was no judgment about what he did or didn't do. And I want to say I've come to a place where there was no judgment about my tantrum. I mean, I have to say it's very humbling to have a tantrum in front of your 16-year-old son who kind of just like watches his mom, and so it's very humbling to be human. And the next day I went for a really early morning walk. I did all the things I know that I need to do. I meditated and I listened to really wise, different people. And I did the work I needed to do. And when my son came home, he gave me a hug and he said, let's just talk about this a little bit more, so that he could feel heard and that I could feel heard. And then he said, I will help you whenever you ask. Because one of my biggest things as a teenager, and I had just said it that day to one of his teachers, they said, what does your son really need? And I said, he really needs that when he says something, someone listens. That you actually hear what he's saying and you don't put it off or think that he can do it anyway. That he knows, and I really want the adults in his life to listen to his words. And so it really came up that that's what I wanted and needed. I just needed him to listen to my words. So it was really great. He is such a great communicator. He's so compassionate. He just is so authentic with his feelings, with his... Sorry about that. Water is so important. I love drinking water. Anyway. So I just want to really commend my 16-year-old son. He has done the Landmark Forum. I don't know if you've heard about that, which gives distinctions on conversations and stories. So he's gotten over a lot of stuff that teenagers normally take a little while to hold on to. So that's really helpful, so that we can both be communicating and have, the relationship that we both really want to have with each other, despite being human, despite, our stuff that comes up, which my stuff certainly came up. So being authentic. And I think in this story, the real message is, I think when I was a mom, when I was first starting out, part of it is forgiving ourselves. For me, I had that perfect mom scenario. I really wanted to be this perfect mom, and I always wanted to show up as a perfect mom. And that's just not really real. What is a perfect mom? A perfect mom is just who you're being. It's being in touch with your feelings. It's being accountable. It's not being attached. It's not judging. But I guess what I want to say too is, in any position, whether you're a mom, a dad, a worker, a son, a daughter, is forgiving yourself is really key to having joy in your life, having peace in your life, and being fulfilled. Because if you can't forgive yourself, and you think you should have acted a different way, like, sure, I wish I didn't have a tantrum, one night because I needed help doing the dishes and my teenager talked back to me. I mean, how ridiculous. And if I stuck with that, I'd start living like I resented myself, like I'm judging myself, I'm attached to that.